Hello, my name is Benjamin, and this is my video presentation 5 for CM320. This week we talked about activism and how social media is used with it. In this video I'll be talking about an additional example of activism and relating it to this course's content. I will be talking about the most recent activism based on abortion laws and the right for women to have control over her body and life. Abortion has been a topic for a very long time, but has most recently made the headlines again because of the Roe v. Wade ban. The origins of this debate come from a very conservative and religious perspective that include the idea where all of God's children should live and that abortion is wrong and that is considered as murder and against nature. And the other side of the debate is that it is a perfectly safe procedure that allows women to make their own choices and create their own life decisions. It has been a constitutional right in the United States for 46 years. One wants to control another person's body and rights, and the other lets the individual choose for themselves. Social media has played a big role in this debate to spread the word and act. Most of the media coverage comes from feminist organizations and social movements, as well as individuals telling their stories. There were lots of content and hashtags created for this movement, as well as protests that got news coverage and shared on social media. I would say social media was very much effective and was very effective with sharing news and keeping up with people and keeping people up to date, basically, is what's happening. It raised a lot of awareness, and although the rule was passed to ban it, I believe the result of many states still allowing it is because the people spoke up about how important it is to have it. Even though it was not a complete will to allow this right, there are still rights for it, and I think it was effective. Although there may still be some room for improvement, so all Americans have this right and not just select states. The role of steps is heavily used in this activism, especially storytelling. There is a stigma against abortion, and sharing stories about it can destigmatize abortion. This is because it is usually a procedure that is not heavily talked about or shared with people. Individual stories don't get shared because those individuals usually keep it to themselves and don't post on social media about it. Sharing these individual stories can show that it is something that is normal and can raise consciousness around the topic. Awareness around the topic. There is a hashtag which is hashtag Shout Your Abortion in Lady Parts Justice League to invite people to share their stories. There is also hashtag Ask Your Mother, which encourages people to ask their mothers if they have ever had an abortion. There is a heavy emphasis on storytelling to end the stigma on abortion, and many agree that staying silent is the way to have the abortion opponents write the story. The emotional factor is also heavily used in this topic for the stigma side, saying that abortion is murder and that it's wrong. They are more focused on shaming women and use this for their case. This activism is also very public on social media and with people protesting on the streets. The protests become on social media through photos shared of events, and that is how the message got shared exponentially. Being public goes with storytelling because many people share their once private stories to the public to spread the word on how it helped them. This also includes practical value because it shares with women how they can use the resources available to help with the cause, and share with them places they can go to get help with abortion. Social currency is also involved because for one to be involved or sharing content shows that they're involved with activism and shows where they stand with the issue. As for triggers, I would say the ruling of Roe v. Wade was the biggest trigger because it made it a huge topic of discussion, and it became an even bigger trigger when it was accepted and immediately in use. Some states responded that they were still going to allow abortions, but it's still a huge topic because there are states that do not have this right. Overall, the abortion activism used social media effectively and was able to share its message through steps to make change in America. Although not the complete change for either parties. There is a bit of a win-win situation for both parties because some states it has become illegal and most states it has remained legal. That is all for this presentation. Thank you.